So we keep talking about the rat race, but what is it and why does it matter to you?
Hey guys, so yes, in the Cash Flow 101 game, Robert Kiyosaki illustrates the rat race. And what is it, like Michelle said? He illustrates the rat race like if you imagine a little mouse just in a little wheel, just spinning and spinning and spinning and spinning as fast as he wants because he wants to get somewhere, but he's stuck in the same place. Well, he illustrates it in a little wheel where you're stuck and this is home and this is your job or business and you're just going around and around and around. You're going from work to home, from home to work, but you're not getting anywhere. You're just stuck with your own paycheck, with your same expenses as last month, and nothing changes. Nothing really changes until you get to create something in your life, something that comes up to you in your life, but you have to actually look for them. And what he looks for is that we're presented every single day with different opportunities. And these opportunities, he calls them deals. And he separates the game with big deals or small deals. And he illustrates that in little cards because in the game, you're gonna see, and by the way, if you don't have the game yet, you can get it on Amazon. It's like $70 or $80, just Cash Flow 101 game from Robert Kiyosaki. And one of the cards that he gets is small deals or big deals. It's just opportunities that are presented to us in real life. Network marketings, regular businesses, car wash, pizza place, real estate, stocks, bonds, gold, vacant lots, anything. And he illustrates this in these little cards where you roll the dice, you land in these places, and you choose to get a card, either small deal or big deal, and you decide if you want to get it or not.
Exactly. You make a decision, and that decision is going to actually impact your profit and loss in your life as a whole. And the magnificent thing about this game is that you actually have that report in front of you throughout the whole game, and you see how it starts to affect it either in a positive way or in a bad way. It also shows you, what happens when you have babies, how babies impact your bottom line in life. What happens when you have these deals, when you have positive cash flow, when you have negative cash flow, when you sell your stocks or when you buy properties. Everything is shown to you in such a clear manner that you start to understand how it affects every decision that you make, whether you think it's a small one or a big one. Everything affects the bottom line and the end result of your life.
Yeah, exactly. In the game, he shares a lot of real life experiences because let's say it's a wheel and in 3 different spots you get to paycheck, and at the beginning you actually need that paycheck because you still need to survive. In the game, he illustrates how you have some fixed expenses every month. So every time you go through paycheck, you collect a paycheck from the bank, which in the game, somebody's the bank and you just hand you the money, whatever money you have in the report. But it also, like, you go across and you go buy opportunities, like I said, but you can also land in the market. And the market is this little card that it doesn't allow you to make a decision. It's just what's going on. So for example, you get a property and the market is really high. So the market is telling you, hey, there's a buyer for this specific property. And then you decide if you want to sell it or not because the market is high. If the market is low, then you decide if you want to sell it for cheaper. There's also a little spot where you land on doodads. And doodads is like real life expenses. I call it shit that comes along in the way. Like somebody's getting married and you need to give them a $200, $300 gift. Just get the money out of your book and just give it to the bank. Or you just bought a boat. Or, I mean, there's so many
Yeah,
doodads.
like you got flat tire. Or, just you bought a boat. You going to the movies with your partner. It actually comes up with all of these really cool things. But these are things that happen in real life.
Yeah, exactly. And another couple things that come up is, like Michelle said, baby. So every baby has a set amount of money in the game, within the game, that if you land in baby, that means you had a baby. And babies come along with a lot of expenses. So if you land on a baby, from then on, you're going to have that fixed expense every single month, depending on your profession within the game. And that just makes you think, like, It's funny because when people land in that spot during the game, they're like, "Oh my God, I had a baby." It's like you think about it financially. Of course, we love babies. We just had a baby, and we love her so much. But in the game, like financially, it's a hard thing to deal with.
Yeah, once you have it right in front of you, that number, it's a big deal. It's something that you need to plan for it for sure.
Absolutely. It also talks about downsized. So, for example, if you got laid off or you got fired from your job, if you land in this specific spot, you miss 2 chances. So the game goes around the table and it skips you for 1 or 2 times. But the one that I really like, the one that I really enjoy is when it hits charity. And charity is very cool because the way he puts it in there is if you pay 10% of your expenses to the bank as a charity, you get to roll the dice with you get to roll 3 dice instead of 2. That way you go around paycheck a little faster, you get more money. Yeah, you came up with one expense, and I see that very cool because in real life it's the same way. I call it karma. And when you're okay with charity and you donate, things get better and life starts just
naturally. You attract more things and you see more results. So I think that's what he wanted to reflect with that charity spot. Like Camilo said, if you land on charity, you actually have the option to do 2 things. You can pay a certain amount of money from your money. I don't remember how much it is. It might be $100. I don't know. And you get to roll 3 dice, which means, like Camilo said, you go through the thing more times, meaning that you earn more paychecks and you get more cash so that you can buy deals later. Or you can do nothing. You can just pass by it and do nothing. What we found when we've played this game over and over again, people who actually pay for the charity do better in the game. And this is what happens in real life. Once you're open to sharing whatever it is you need to share, whether it's money, whether it's time, whether it's knowledge, whatever, better things happen to you because you're opening up to the universe, you're giving, and so you're putting out that space so that you can receive. So that's, like you said, a really, really cool part of the game.
Yes. Guys, that's it for this video. That was a brief, not explanation of the game, but what we think about the game after playing it for so long. And that's it. In the next videos, we're gonna share actual examples of small deals, big deals, doodads, the market, everything that we were sharing. So stay tuned, okay?